I can see you're concerned about torture. I can see it in your face, in your eyes. You've read about it in the papers, the magazines, seen reports on television, and you're concerned. Perfectly reasonable. Well, I want you to know that right now, at this point in time, torture is not an inevitability. I'm going to make a leap and assume you're also concerned about your family. There, I can be a little more concrete. I can give you complete assurance that no one in your family has any idea where you are. It will be essentially impossible for them to locate you, and, it follows, they will fail in all efforts to communicate with you, either directly or through intermediaries. If they're anything like my loved ones, I'm sure they're going to put quite some effort into locating you, going through channels, speaking out, contacting the media. But all that's going to do is raise official awareness of their activities, and I think you can see the pattern that would develop. Therefore, I'd suggest not thinking about your family. You may, or may not, be going through an interior search right now, a mental inventory of your actions, looking for the reason you're here. I say may or may not because if you are the person we suspect you to be, or if you have had intimate contact with the sort of people we're interested in, I expect you already have a fairly clear idea as to why you're here, and any soul-searching would be unnecessary. If you are not the person we think you are, then I would fully expect your mind to be in a certain amount of turmoil. If you are the second person, the innocent person, the one with the mind currently in turmoil, there's really not much I can say to comfort you. I wish there was, but there isn't. You're here, and we have a job to do, and that's pretty much the shape of it. If you can, and I don't know how successful this will be, you could try to take some, if not succour, at least reassurance from how thoroughly we go about our job. Every one of us has a deep and passionate commitment to the mission, and that passion is articulated in every aspect of the operation. You can see it in our eyes, that passion. You can see it in my eyes. You'll be able to see it in the eyes of the men and women who will be in this room with you over however long it takes us to find out what we need to find out. You'll see it in the eyes of the people who will take you from this room when we finish, and in the eyes of the probably different people who will bring you back when it's time to bring you back. Passion is our hallmark, the banner under which we all march, and if you aren't the person we think you are, if you are in fact one of the people we have been charged with protecting, well, again, if nothing else, I'm quite sure you will be impressed by our passion. You will hopefully leave here with a deep respect and, I'd venture, a healthy fear of what we're willing to do to people like yourself. This mixture of respect and fear will be useful to you. It will help you keep out of trouble in the future. It will help you better appreciate the freedoms and liberties we all sometimes take for granted. Take for granted at our peril. It will help you comprehend the importance of keeping your mouth shut when it comes to things you couldn't possibly understand. So you see, even if it turns out you are not the sort of person we're looking for or can help us find the sort of people we're looking for, even if at the end of your time with us it turns out you are without sin, well then, at the very least, you will have gotten a fascinating backstage peek at how we are all working to keep you and your family safe. In that fortunate scenario, I believe you will leave here a changed person. I'm certain of it. If, on the other hand, you are who we think you are, or you know who we think you know, it would be misleading on my part to present anything like a cheery assessment of your situation. Frankly, you're as good as dead right now. But long before that sad moment of final parting, you will have learned perhaps as much as we will learn. You will learn with absolute certainty just what people are capable of. I think you'll be surprised. But I'm getting ahead of myself. All that pain and suffering, all that death, if death is the outcome, that's all way down the road. Because right now, at this moment, torture is not an inevitability. It all depends on how I feel about you. So, how would you like me to feel about you today?